I was traveling from Europe, and I was landing in Boston. And I was traveling with surfboards, so they were oversized luggage. I had some issues earlier in my trip with oversized luggage, the surfboards, getting them checked in and stuff. And so I proactively went to the airport the day before my flight, asked them if they could check my surfboards all the way through to LAX. And they said, sure, no problem. They tagged it. They gave me the boarding passes to all three of my flights. And so I felt like, okay, I'm prepared. He did say, when you get to Boston, you're going to have to take your surfboards out of baggage claim, go through customs, and then drop it off at the JetBlue counter. I said, okay, I can do that. So mind you, my flight was arriving in Boston at 6 p.m. and I was leaving the next morning at 5:30 a.m. So my plan was to go through customs, drop my boards off, get something to eat, use the restroom, try to find a place to sleep or relax until my flight came. And dropping off the bags was pretty crucial, because if I can't drop the bags off, then I have to stay with them. And then that I can't carry surfboards into the bathroom very easily, or restaurants or anything like that. So, and I certainly can't go up to my gate yet. And so I was looking forward to actually being able to drop the surfboards off at the JetBlue desk when I got to Boston. So when I got to Boston, I got my boards, went through customs, came to the JetBlue desk, asked them if I told them I had my boards checked all the way through to LAX. They instructed me to just drop it off at the table, and they said, no, we can't take it. And I asked them, why can't you take it? Because it's already checked through. All you have to do is take it. You don't have to do anything else with it. And they said, no, we can't take it. The earliest we can take it is 6 hours before. And I said, okay, so if I come back at 11:30 p.m. and bring it to you guys, you'll take it. And she said, yes. And I asked her, will you be here at 11:30? And she said, well, I get off at 11:30, but there'll be a new crew here that will take the boards for you. I said, okay. So 11:30 came, and I took the boards up there and said, I have my boards checked all the way through to LAX. I came here earlier. They instructed me to come back at 11:30 because you take the boards 6 hours ahead of time. And so I'm here now to drop them off. And she said, no, we can't take it. And I said, what do you mean you can't take it? I was told to come here at this time to drop them off by one of your colleagues. And she said, we can only take it 6 hours before the flight on the same day. And I was like, the same day? So in 30 minutes, you'll be able to take the boards, but you can't take them right now. And she said, yes. And I'm like, why can't you just take them now? She said, well, we don't have any room. And I asked her, I go, well, how much more room are you going to have in 30 minutes? It seems ridiculous. There's nobody else here. It's just me. Why can't you just take them? And so that I can go eat and stuff. And she said, we can't take them the day before. We can't do it. And I said, okay, so is there a new crew coming in so I can drop them off at 12 at midnight? Because then it'll be the same day. And she said, oh no, the next crew comes in at 2:30 a.m. And I'm like, okay. So I took my boards and my other stuff. I plopped it down right in front of where they check in the black baggage. And that's when I actually texted JetBlue. I actually called JetBlue customer service. They said, oh, we're really sorry you're having this experience, but we can't really do anything. And so then that's when I wrote a bad review and all that kind of stuff. And so I ended up sleeping, well, trying to sleep. I was actually really sick too, so that didn't make things any better. But I was sleeping, I was laying down on top of my boards in a huge building that was completely vacated except for the custodian that was cleaning the floors. And the automatic doors were opening like every minute. And there'd be this cold blast of air from Boston night coming in. It's 30 degrees outside. And I've got chills and fever, and I already feel horrible. So that didn't help. So finally at 2:30, the crew came in, and around 3 o'clock, they did take my bag. But the whole point of me going to the airport the day before was to alleviate those kinds of issues. And I thought that I had done my due diligence. And it seemed the thing that really made me angry about the whole situation was that JetBlue seemed totally unwilling. The employees seemed totally unwilling to want to help me. They didn't care. It was my problem, not theirs. They were off at 11:30. And certainly I understand that, you know, you're tired at the end of the day. You don't want to deal with stuff. But at the same time, I mean, that's kind of your job, is to help the customer. So anyway, that was my story. And that's why I was so angry. Altruistically speaking, it would be great if they just fixed the problem of their employees not being helpful, and to make sure that the employees understand or have some sort of training to understand that people that are traveling are really at their mercy, and how their trip goes is very dependent upon the people that are working there. And I guess I wish they would just train their people to want to be there and be helpful, or hire people that want to be there. Now, with that said, I'm not throwing the blanket over all the employees of JetBlue, because on the actual flights, the flight attendants were great, the pilots were great, everybody was great once I got in the air. It was the ground people that I had a real hard time with. How, as far as I'm concerned, how would I like them to make it up to me? I mean, I'm not really in this to get anything, but you know, if they wanted to offer a flight or something, I wouldn't turn it down either.